Welcome to the MPG podcast, where your host, John Grabio, talks racing, driving, training, and cars with Newman Watts racing driver Jordan Missig. And now, here's John and Jordan.
Well, welcome to the MPG podcast. I am John Grabio, of course, joined with Jordan Missig here on April 14th, former day before tax day, but just not this year. I am at my farm in Leroy, Illinois, kind of outside Bloomington and Champaign. Working out in my barn for the day. Last day for a big project for me. Jordan, you are in Florida.
Northport, Florida, yes.
Northport, Florida, down by Fort Myers.
30 minutes south of Sarasota, about 45 minutes north of Fort Myers.
Okay, all right. And you're, like all of us, we're busy sim racing. Practicing our racing skills the best way we can, which I think is a pretty nice way to hone your skills, I think.
It is, and first and foremost, I hope everyone had a happy Easter, too, because this is 2 days after Easter now.
That's right, yes, absolutely.
And everything. So hope you and your family had a happy Easter. And
Thank
everybody
you,
else
and you too,
well.
Yes, we did.
So we were sim racing on Easter night, I'm sure. Some of us were. Not all of us, obviously. We're with family and everything. But recently, we have all been doing sim racing. That's been the way the racing community has found a way to come together is through sim racing. Now, it's been between different programs, between R Factor 2 and iRacing. Some groups have, gone on to different platforms as well. But yeah, that's the way we've all been kind of been able to come together as a community and be able to race against each other. With us being Audubon closed, all the Audubon guys have been jumping on every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night to race against each other. So we've been racing at all these different types of tracks, different types of cars, and having a good old ball time.
Yeah, I'm just dipping my legs. Yeah, well, feet into the pool there. Did my second race last night, and it's fun. I'd say that the camaraderie of that, and then having the chat, so that we're all kind of talking, and you guys are helping the old guy here along, trying to figure out what buttons to push. But I really enjoyed it. You have a simulator right behind you.
I do, yes.
And that's your new simulator, that you just and you did everything yourself, right? You built it and put all the pieces together yourself?
Yeah, got a gaming PC that came with it, as well as we got three curved monitors, so you would be able to see the curve if you were standing right in front of it. And then we got a next level GT seat, which is kind of like a Formula type seat. So I'm laying back, and my feet are elevated just like a Formula car. And then we got myself a Fanatec Podium DD1 direct drive platform for my steer wheel to go in, which is the Fanatec Formula V2 Club Sport wheel. And we got the Club Sport V3 pedals that came with the Fanatec. So it's all assembled. We built it about a week ago, I'd say. A week ago from today was my first day being on the simulator. So I've had it for officially 1 week now.
1 week, okay. So that's now you have a simulator back at the track back in Illinois at the Audubon Country Club. Mm-hmm. And so, which simulator? What are the differences? What do you like? What do you like different? Now, that simulator up there is a couple years older, right?
Yes. So we got that simulator, I want to say 2015. 2016. So it's about 4 to 5 years old. With that simulator, it's a Stage 5 Sim Experience simulator. It's got the direct drive that comes with it and an AccuForce steering wheel with Thrustmaster. I'm not going to say because I'm going to get the terminology wrong of what type of pedals I have, but it's Thrustmaster pedals, I will say that. It does come with springs in it, so they're spring-loaded pedals. But with that comes the seat movement of a Sparco seat that we have that goes with it. And it has the hydraulics behind this seat that give you the motion and feel of rumbles when you're going over a rumble strip, going over a curb, going in grass, or anything that touches the track. If you hit a bump or something, you're going to feel the rumbleness through the seat. Now the sim itself, if it goes left to right, it does slide a little bit. I want to say maybe 5 degrees, and wants to slide back and forth each direction to kind of give you the little bit of a looseness feel. But to me, honestly, it doesn't really give you that much of a feel compared to what a real car will feel like. I know some other companies out there. I want to say Simcraft is one of them. Simcraft has a really nice product. I tried it out at Barbour Motorsports Park last year when we were with the Radical Cup Series, and I'll tell you what, I was on track for a practice session. I immediately got off track, went over to the sim to try it out, and I almost felt like I was on track again. I got almost the exact same feeling going through like the corkscrew at Barbour, going by the museum corner, and then going through some of the high-speed corners. You get some of that seat feeling action, and you kind of felt a little bit of that through the sim. Now, with that feeling, it helps you with the feeling, but you're still not getting the 100% feeling that you would in a normal car through the sim. But with this sim now that I have here, compared to the one up north, this is more of a Formula type open wheel type simulator. This is more towards laid down, feet elevated, and more towards what I'm currently racing right now. So the stage 5 back home is more set up like a Porsche Cup car kind of seat style, or Mazda Miata. This is more open wheel, IndyCar, Formula One type sitting position. So I wanted to kind of get myself familiarized more towards the series that I'm going to be in. So we wanted to go this route to get to a Formula size.
And so does the one you have, the one behind you there, does that have any motion or movement or rumbles or anything?
No, I tend to find out that, when I'm driving simulators, I tend to do better when I have no motion because I'm not getting the sense of speed that goes past me. Nor the only thing is that when I'm driving a car, the motion really helps me on how I drive. But if you're not getting accurate motion, it doesn't doesn't make you any better driver than you already are. So I just find that the motion is, it's helpful and it's fun for the experience, but to be racing competitively and if you're going to get into sim racing hardcore, I feel like motion is a distraction to you.
Interesting. Okay. All right. And
another thing on top of that too, like if you look at some of the pro guys who race iRacing as well, they're not really doing they don't have any motion as well. They're kind of just sitting in a computer chair, desk, or laptop or whatever. So they have they're just sitting in a stationary seat most of the time.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. So, let's see, it's Tuesday night. You have a race, the F3 America Championship e-racing series tonight, Tuesday night, right?
Correct.
And where's that race going to be this week?
So last week we were racing at VIR. That was a very tough track as it is. But this week we're racing at a more track than I'm familiar with, and I actually kind of like too. It suits my style more. It's Barbour Motorsports Park. Now, this track has been known as the Augusta Master Nationals, I guess you could say, for golf. They play at Augusta, the Augusta National Golf Course or whatever it's called, where they play the Masters, and the course looks pristine condition and looks like your dream course and everything. That's this track. That's Barbour Motorsports Park. It's pristine, kept very well, and it's basically a luxury track. And you go to, and it has even a museum right there at the track. So
last week you're in Virginia.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, middle of nowhere in southwest Virginia at Virginia via International Raceway. So where's Barbour Sports Park track?
This is located in Birmingham, Alabama. So we're going south again. But the best part about that I find interesting and we connect to Barbour is the same guy who came up with and designed Barbour Motorsports Park is the same guy who designed Audubon Country Club, the racetrack.
Oh, really?
Yes, the same guy. So, there's a lot of connections between the Audubon racetrack and Barbour that kind of go hand in hand, and the setup is very identical to what the Audubon setup could be like.
Okay, interesting. And so you've been practicing that track recently, is that?
Yeah, I was just on the sim maybe an hour ago, practicing for tonight's race. I have a couple classes that I'm going to get to later today after this interview with you and the podcast. And then
you're still in college doing your online
college,
remote learning.
Yep. So
has your school been canceled for the whole rest of the year?
Yeah, unfortunately, my school's been canceled for the rest of the year, so we revert to online classes for the rest of the semester. I feel bad for all the seniors who are going to be graduating this year. Good news is, though, I think my school is postponing their graduation ceremony until maybe in August, so that way they at least do get a graduation ceremony and have a chance to walk if they get to. So, it's good for them, and it's a good way for the school to kind of get back to what they've been able to do the past couple of years. So,
right, yeah. So, that part's good. So, so you're doing classes and racing, and
I've been a busy. I mean, yes, I've been. What's the word? I've been out of school and everything, but I mean, I'm still busy. I'm still keeping my business schedule going. I mean, yesterday I had 4 things to do with classes, get 3 interviews, one I think with some other people, and had a bunch of other things going on. So I mean, I've been a busy man lately.
Yeah, we featured you on the Audubon Country Club podcast last week, detailing their sim racing experience. We brought you in as the expert that you are with that. And so, what time's the grid tomorrow?
Grid, it's tonight, I think.
Tonight. Sorry.
Tomorrow, though, is the Audubon E-Series race. We are doing that as well tomorrow night. That's at 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern. But the race tonight is at 7:10 Eastern is when we qualify. So 7 o'clock is when the room goes up at 7 o'clock Eastern tonight.
Okay. All right. Outstanding. So what else they have going on? Is there any update on the car? The new car, the F3, is that at the Audubon?
It's currently being at Newman Walks Racing. We are currently still having it up there. My team manager, Brian Hallahan, hands down, got to give credit to him for all he's done for me. Even though racing hasn't been going on or anything, but he's still been working hard, trying to find any openings for tracks to see if any small tracks are open to possibly get a little bit of track time here and there. I mean, even though he's still working hard, even though, nothing's going on racing wise. So I still have to give credit to all he's done so far for us and his team as well. So, but we've been trying really hard to try to get some track time, but unfortunately it's just there's a little bit of travel involved, and with this whole virus going around as well, I mean, it's very hard to commit to doing anything we want to do. So,
right. Well, we're getting close to maybe opening back up. Maybe some states and some areas, could open back up, and some racetracks could open back up. We thought about going to Iowa for a kart track, and I called last week, and they had just shut down. They were doing only allowing a certain number of people at the track, reservations only, and they were doing everything right. Well, the Iowa finally decided to shut down the racetracks. It was like the day before, like at 11 o'clock or something. So we just missed it by a day, getting a chance to head over over to Iowa. So we just missed it. But yeah, hopefully soon things will be opening up on an appropriate basis, whatever appropriate basis that is. But yeah, got my fingers crossed that'll be soon.
We're definitely hoping the stay-at-home order kind of gets lifted after April 30th. I mean, we're all being kind of tired of being cooped up right now. So, I mean, there's a lot of energy. A lot of people want to get on track and everything, and I can attest for that as well as a lot of the FRAmericas guys. I mean, they much rather be at the racetrack racing than being on the simulators, obviously. But, once the chance we get on the racetrack, we're going to take every advantage and every opportunity to get on there.
Outstanding. All right, Jordan. Well, thanks for the update. Best of luck tomorrow. Sorry, I keep saying. Well, tonight and tomorrow night. Best of luck for both of those races. Let's see. So last week, what you got? Like second place last week in the.
So last week, well, I got fifth place in the Audubon E-Series race when they're racing at Limerick Park. For VIR though, that was a race to forget, I will say.
Yeah, I watched that race.
Started 35th. He got caught up in a first lap incident in turn 1. The whole track was blocked by cars, and I couldn't go anywhere. I ran into someone in the back, and then I ran in behind. So, I mean, it was a cluster there. So I started 35th, and I'm finishing 23rd. Gained 12 positions. Added to my Seatbelt Hard Charger Award, which I'm actually currently in the lead by over, I think, 7 or 8 positions. or the next guy behind. So at least we're winning something, other than first if we have to win something. So hopefully we'll be able to continue gaining more positions tonight at Barbour.
Okay, so tonight we can watch you live again, Facebook
Yes.
Live.
Facebook Live on Jordan
Missig
Missig
Racing.
And we'll be live streaming. Also, you can catch the live feed race on YouTube. FRAmericas, I believe, will be live streaming on YouTube. I think they're also doing live stream on their Facebook page and on Twitch. And I believe I am also probably I might be making an appearance on FRAmericas IG Live, which is Instagram Live with Amy Greenway. She will be doing interviews with drivers, so I might be making an appearance on there after the FRAmericas race tonight.
Okay, outstanding. All right, Jordan. Well, best of luck down there in Florida, and if you get outside and enjoy the weather, we're supposed to have snow up here tonight, so stay away from up here.
We'll try to as best we can.
All right, thanks, Jordan. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you, John. Thank you.